worth running the test. It's not bad though. It's honestly not bad. I'm probably only gonna get one more run out of it. Really interesting. Not bad though. I have to be honest with you. It's really not bad. Not bad. I mean, this is obviously gonna work. So there's one other thing I need to figure out. This just works. This works. I'll ponder. I'll put this into the 3D time machine so it can percolate and sync. And so we can get that data fully fleshed out. But the next thing I really need to work on, I'm going to be honest with you, is so the issue with lift is we have the vector of lift figured out, kind of. But the thing about that vector is we need more force. We need more energy. What does what do? What does what do? What's this dude saying about cellulose? It's going too fast, my guy. Wrapping that in cellulose paper. Creates the thermal deploy. Oh, it's not cellulose paper. That's it's faux leather. But the issue is we need to be able to create a force to move it forward. So it's like, let's say, you know, you're pushing with the board. So are you gonna have to push up? See, for example, if you guys want to see how well that thing works, this is what happens if you don't have a core. And I'm putting the same exact, I'll even put lighter force on it. It's not going up when you don't have the core on it. It's not going to do it. So we know the cores are working. But anyway, you need less gravity. Yes, you are correct. And I'm wondering where that gravity is going to come from. I have some ideas actually, but I won't be able to test them tonight. Because we have the capability for lift. What we need is an upward force. What I plan to do I have any model riders here? No. What I plan to do, let's say this is the rider. There'll be retractable cables attached to the hover belt, to the front and the back of the board. So a cable up to here, a cable up to here. So all you'll need to do is tilt back and the board will have a force that retracts it, and then you'll be able to move. And another advantage of it is you'll be able to, this whole thing is the lab. There's nothing other than this, you guys. This right here, the time machine station, is the lab. And an added benefit of it is you'll be able to jump off the board and it'll attach to your side and you'll just be able to walk. So the hover holster will be attached. Ooh, thank you for the rose. The hover holster will be attached to the hover belt and you'll just be able to move at will, and you'll be able to jump, press a button, and have the board loosen, unretract, and get underneath you. So that'll be pretty awesome. So I have to get working on the hover holster. The closest thing that I've even worked on to that would be the time machine rings, which this is an old time machine. This is actually one of the first time machine rings. Why so fuzzy? One of the first time machine rings that I ever created. Let's go ahead and put this on right now. Let's go ahead and put this on. It can't hurt. Can't hurt with what we're doing. We're using our hands. All right. I mean that's pretty groovy. That is pretty groovy. I mean, I have all the plans figured out. The only thing I haven't tested doing two 7D CoreArrays. All right. Let's get one more test. One more test. I think I have an idea for a better shape on this piece right here. So let's go ahead and try that out. See where it takes us, because it might give us more data. And I can't leave data on the table. Oh my gosh. Even though I wasn't planning on doing any of this anyway. Ooh. Ooh. You never do. Oh, I literally never do. Leave nothing on the table. Exactly. I saw this interesting post today, and was talking about how one day Michael Jackson woke up at 3 a.m., woke up his team to make some music. And they're like, oh, why do we need to make it right now? He said, if I don't work on it right now, Prince is going to work on it. I guess they were rivals. I never really thought of Prince as a rival because I never enjoyed any of Prince's music. But I guess Michael Jackson did. So now we're moving into 12-sided, which is interesting because that would be, to me, a sort of galaxy configuration. So 12th dimensional configuration on a 10th dimensional board. But you know what? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. This is already giving me very successful vibes. What's up, Matthias? That's what happens when you put on the time machine ring. Now my actual actions are also synced. Man. I haven't even had time to make any time machine rings. I would prefer to have a complete 10 ring set on me right now. But I do not. All right. Let's see. Oh, this is too advanced. This is too advanced. Going 12D is too advanced. Actually, I have a really good idea. I'm going to test this. Like I said, never leave data on the table, but this, we moved in the wrong direction with this. I'm going to be honest with you. This is far too advanced. Yeah, look at that. We can't even hold together. We're trying to use 12th dimensional energy here. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Humanity's not even at this level yet. I wouldn't be surprised if this board just flew into outer space. It's basically an alien board at this point. All right, let's see what's going on here. Ooh, look at that. Even the hover was too fast. It was too fast, too successful. That's not what we need. Oh wow, look at that. That's the first time that's ever happened. Where it got on the back right there. It's too powerful. It's like putting a fusion reactor in a Toyota Prius. This is crazy. So I'm going to go back down to 4-sided. Whew! Whew! I got bursted off. Look at him. This guy's trying to hover into outer space. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to make something safe for a rider. I love how stable this CoreArray has become, though. All right, last shot, you guys, and then I honestly got a dip for the night. I'm not trying to be up till I'm on the East Coast, so it's almost midnight. East Coast of America, that is. I guess TikTok is global, so some of you guys, where you guys from? Drop your cities. I want to see some cities out here. Science Besides Wakanda, Houston, okay. Indiana, Dallas, Romania, Toronto, Chirac, Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, okay. ATL, lots of ATLers. New York, Morocco, Johnson City, Kenya, Philly, okay. Kentucky, Sacktown. What's Sacktown? Thailand, Kenya. Are you serious, Kenya? Norco, California, okay. Paris. Thank you guys for the roses. San Diego, Markville, Tel Aviv, Israel. You got some Israels here. Mesa, Australia. That's a continent, but Boston, Houston, Texas, Dayton, Okinawa, Pakistan, Victoria, Pangea, Houston. Oh, thank you for the hearts, my G. Space, China, another Tel Aviver, Chicago, China. It's a country, but dope. Another China, Quantum City, Germany, Mars, Moon. Okay. That's enough cities. That's enough cities. That's enough cities. Now, let me, how is this going to work, though? What I want to do probably isn't even possible. What happened to the core? Oh, there it is. All right, all right, all right. I'm not getting distracted. Not getting distracted. Just wanted to see really quick. I don't even remember why I wanted to see what cities. Oh, because I said it's almost midnight. Oh, it is midnight now. All right. Thank you guys for the bevy, the large number of gifts. How's this gonna work? You know what? Sometimes that's why thinking has limits. This is why I needed the time machine ring. People try to think ideas out, but you can't think about everything. Sometimes you gotta do. You know, that's why if you're not testing, you're making a mistake because your brain is not set up to move you through life, or else our brain wouldn't be just a round piece of mass. Your hands have their own intellectual capacity. So sometimes you just gotta let them do it. I think 4 sides actually is the best because we're going for a fourth dimensional add on top of the spheres. So I'm gonna leave it uncut and I'm gonna build the CoreArray around the 4 sides. This looks like crap. It's not what I want, but I don't care. That's my brain talking, but my hands, they're not talking, they're working. I'm gonna let them do what they do best and figure this out for me. This feels like it's not gonna, this just doesn't feel right. But I'm going for it anyway. Boom. All right, where's my testing apparatus? What the heck? Where could it have possibly gone? It's a bad sign and a good sign all at once. Well, we had to get a new testing apparatus. Sometimes that happens. The time machine has a mind of its own. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Actually, I'm going to use the new one anyway. Let's put this over here. All right, let's go for it. Whoa, got stuck underneath and it's not holding. But we're not going to get disappointed. In fact, we're going to take it to the next level. This is definitely the last test of the night, and I'm going to sleep. We've lost some of our material. Everything's going to crap. And yet, we're continuing to push the boundary. What part is this? This would be part probably 130 through 150 or something like that. If I end up doing it. If I end up actually posting it. Just gotta force it. Gotta force it. And we're at a tougher test than we've ever done. Let's push it. Whoa. Abject failure. Sometimes, you guys, the result of a test is failure. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. We'll drop all this into the Time Machine Studio. Allow it to percolate. Let's go ahead and get this guy in there overnight. We can put the Time Machine ring in there. See what data can get processed out, but we did our best. And that's all we can do sometimes. Thank you guys so much. Percolite. Yes, it's time for the percolator. You can't force data, and you can't force science. All you can do is be where you're at. What are you guys saying? Maybe once percolation is complete. Yeah, we'll give it a shot tomorrow. But that first test when we boosted that thing with the 7D core, that was amazing. So we know we're on the right track. We know we're on the right track. You know what? Before I get out, so yeah, 660 viewers. That's not bad at all. I'm gonna let some guests in. Haven't done that in a while. Let's see, who do we got?